Hey, it's Wallace Chang with Metis Real Estate, and there's something that we need to talk about. You see, for the last 5 years, there was a standing sales record here at the Altura complex, and well, I think we broke it. You see, when I had my initial meeting with the sellers here, they mentioned this record 1.2 million sold in 2018. And no other property has come close to that number per se. But in running the numbers, we figured there was a chance we could do it. You see, in a normal market where there's a lot of buyer demand and a frenzy of buyers, the market traditionally goes this way. And every property that you bring onto the market, as long as it has a similar look and presentation and maintenance, you should be able to set a record every 30 days. Meaning every property that we take on is gonna be a new higher watermark. But here we are 5 years later, after one of the biggest booms in Silicon Valley real estate. No other agency was able to hit that 1.2 watermark. How did we do it? Well, first and foremost, we ran the comps, and we had to make sure that this justified a 1.2 valuation, because if we weren't able to justify it and we weren't able to support it, then we would be nuts in asking for such an valuation. Fortunately for us, we just sold a property in the same complex, a smaller one. And the thing about smaller properties is they go for a higher dollar per square foot. The larger of the properties that you get into, the less you get dollar per square foot. But what we found out is if you overlay the dollar per square foot on the smaller unit on the size of this one, you ended up a valuation about 1.4 million. Meaning realtors and us doing our job rather than relying on automated valuation modules that say Zillow or Redfin provide, realize that these are actually really great buys and they're quite undervalued. So knowing and believing that these properties should be worth in the real world probably 1.3 to 1.5, but with the market hesitancy and the market belief that they're only worth 1.1 or 1.15. And if you look at the two product mixes, you have 2 bedrooms selling for under a million, about $900,000, $2 million, or $500 per bedroom. And you look at this one, that's 3 bedrooms, you should be able to get to the 1.4, 1.5 number fairly easy because you shouldn't discount per bedroom. So knowing that, we set a big, hairy, audacious goal of getting offers above 1.2. Let's go ahead and break that watermark that was set in 2018. These property values should be way higher. So the big question is, of course, how did we do it? And every time we go into a listing presentation, working with the sellers, we become partners. They have their set agendas, they have their expectations, and then there's also what we want to do and how we represent properties. One of the biggest things with sellers is that we want an easy product to sell. So we always want to prep the property and make sure it looks fantastic. The other thing that we need them to be on board with is giving us free negotiation powers, because this is what we do best. You don't want to hire a listing agent that says, hey, these are the offers, here are options, okay, what do you want to do? Because more than likely, sellers are going to sit there and think, I don't know, Wallace, I hired you because you're the expert. You should tell me what I should be doing. You understand the market. So we asked for them, our sellers, to give us the power of attorney to go ahead and negotiate a bit on their behalves and really kind of tease out and work up those great, fantastic, high price, clean offers. So with our client's permission and blessing, we went ahead and brought on our whole team here. We can't rush these properties to market because when you rush things, you skip steps and you miss critical junctions. It takes us about 30 to 45 days to prep any property after the client has moved out. In this case, I mentioned to our clients, you have 2 little kids, you have a dog, you have day jobs. This is not your job, this is our job. Move out of the home, leave it in whatever condition you'd like. Our team is here to assist and we'll deep clean and exit everything. What that means is we'll bring over junk collection or Goodwill or Habitat for Humanity, whatever that means, whatever you left in the property, as long as you give us the blessing that we could go ahead and do what we wish with it to make our jobs easier, we'll clear that out in 2 or 3 days. And then we'll have the property deep clean from top to bottom. And then our handyman, Jaime, will come in here with his team and do a full repair job. What that means is paint the walls and make sure they're even, redo the hardwood floor, fix the stairways. Also in this property and all the properties that we represent, one of the most important things that I look for is the color of the light bulbs. They all have to be uniform. They all have to be the same. And from then on, we bring in our incredible staging partner, Vanessa, over at Encore. And she goes over here and we really talk about not just bringing in great staging, but we really talk about who we imagine who live here. Every property has appeals to a specific type of demographic, a specific type of buyer, whether they're younger, they're older, they're established, they're professionals, they're et cetera, you know. And we really take a staging plan through their perspective. We want them to come up those steps and say, gosh, this feels like home. Because when they say that, they're gonna write the strongest offers. And from there, we leverage everything to our media company, especially Jason over at Aerial Canvas, capturing this property from its best angles and making sure it's soaked and saturated with natural light. Also bringing in high touch and tactile points and things that people talk about. We don't print our flyers from Office Depot or Kinko's or FedEx. All our flyers and material come from Artifact Uprising or Blurb. It takes about 2 weeks for that stuff to ship on over, but they're nice and they're tactile and they feel premium. We also want to bring in fantastic film and storytelling through not just the property, but through premium and exciting vehicles. And this property we brought in a Lucid. And every detail matters in that video, including the choice of the soundtrack. Like John Mayer and Taylor Swift love to talk about beats per minute. That's something that we pay a lot of attention to as well. You don't want the droppy house or the deep bass. You want something that's relaxing and something that's proper and associated with the property. You want them to come in here and feeling, I wanted this to have an open and airy approach. And through all that work, that's just the accumulation to the open house weekend. Now here we are at the open house weekend. We're getting a lot of people in. We're bringing the energy up. We have drinks, we have music, and we have just a lot of people vibing in here. Anyone who comes up those stairs are going to be impressed. A home doesn't sell itself. You really make a home through the memories that you create in it and the energy that it embodies. So we want to create a high energy, fun, and just, you know, an environment that you want to be in. And through that, we reach out to all of our partners and figure out who are the most likely to write offers. And we work with collaborative brokers, we work with people within our team, and In this case, even in this shaky market, you have to set an offer date because you're going to force those offers to come to the table. Those who are serious about the properties will write. Everyone else is a tire kicker. And if that doesn't work out, don't lose hope. There's always another weekend. There are new buyers that come into the market every week. But through that, we expected numbers above asking. So we listed this at 1.15. We realistically probably expected 1.17, 1.18. We knew we could get those numbers all day. We had preemptives around that price point. We said no. And eventually, down to the wire, we had 2 offers, not 1, but 2 above 1.2. And that was our big, hairy, audacious goal. So on that point, I want to say congratulations to our sellers for trusting us in the preparation and sale of this property, and also negotiating on your behalf through multiple offers. And I also want to say congratulations to the buyers. I personally believe you have bought this property at an incredible price. I think this whole community is undervalued. And I think over the next year or two, you'll really see the prices go up as people really figure out what the proper price point in this community is. We've sold 4 or 5 in this community, Altura and Encanto. And this is probably, the one in Encanto was a single family home, so it was a lot larger. But out of the floor plans of this one feels fantastic. It lives like a single family home. You have the premium lot, and I don't think this property needs anything. Really well bought. Congratulations to all parties involved. And thank you for everyone who has helped us in bringing this to market, showcasing it, sharing it, loving it, and then telling everyone about it. If you would like us to represent you in the purchase or sale of your property, we're happy to help. Leverage our experience and all our relocation and bandwidth, and let us solve your real estate needs. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.